Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to the opening ceremony for the Youth at Work Youth Enrichment Program 2014 program. I would like to start off by introducing to you Ms. Vanita McPhail. She will be the soloist for today.
May we please stand for our national anthem? Oh, sing, can you see our love's early night was so proudly waving at the twilight's last gleaming, whose stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets went flat, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof of the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does our star-spangled banner yet wave? And for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good morning once again, everyone. My name is Mariana Tukura, and I will be the mistress of ceremony for today's program. I would like to start off by introducing the leaders of the partnership organizations that we have here with us today. We have Honorable Rashern L. Baker III, County Executive of Prince George's County. Honorable Mel Franklin, the Chair of the Prince George's County Council. Honorable Angela Also Brooks, State's Attorney of Prince George's County. Dr. Charlene M. Dukes, President of Prince George's County Community College. Darrell V. Williams, Chief of Student Services, Prince George's County Public Schools. Ms. Elizabeth M. Hewlett, Chairman of Prince George's County Planning Board and Chair of Maryland National Park and Planning. We have Mr. Jim Estep, President and CEO, Greater Prince George's County Business Roundtable. Andre Rogers, Prince George's Chamber of Commerce. And I believe that's it. Oh, I'm sorry. We had one more person added to the program. I would like to start off by welcoming Honorable Rashern L. Baker III.
Very good job. Let me do another round of applause. That was a great job. My oldest daughter said she would never do introductions again after I had to do it for the campaign, so that's a hard job to do, to go down the list. I'm going to be very short because I know we have a number of speakers here this morning. But I want to start off by thanking the partners in this. Certainly Jim Estep, the Chamber of Commerce, and everyone who came together to make this happen. If we can give the partnership of this group a round of applause. I certainly want to thank Stephanie Maxwell and her team for doing a great job. And what can you say about Dr. Dukes? I shouldn't say I ain't no ways tired. That's going to be her mantra from now on because she does everything. And last but not least, I mean, the reason that we are here today and we've expanded this program, and I've said it on numerous occasions, and She's probably tired of me saying it, and so probably are my staff, but it's the truth. And it's how you get things done, and we want our young people to understand this, and we want the business community to understand this. We all want to make sure that our young people have a chance and explore in jobs that will go on to careers. And we're all working very hard, right, Mel, to get this done. But it always takes that one person nagging the heck out of you to take it to the next level. It takes that one spark that says, we're not doing enough. We can push even further. And it's always someone that gets it in their mind and they can't get it out. Well, that someone happens to be, for us, and fortunate that we have her in Prince George's County, our state's attorney, who last year or the year before last, I can't quite remember, we had 6 young people of school age who were killed in this county. Now, her job, as you know, is to prosecute, is to bring justice. But she couldn't get those 6 young people out of her mind and what we're doing in this community, which probably would have been well enough if she did not call me at 7:30 in the morning and said, Mr. County Executive, what are we going to do? I said, the state's attorney, we're working very hard. And then she called me at 7:40, said, Mr. County Executive, what are we going to do? And I said, don't you have a child to get ready for school? Because I have girls and I know how hard that is. I said, well, you know, I'm going to talk about that as I go on this radio station. This television station. I'm heading there now to get there on time. As I was about to walk into the television interview, she called back and said, what are we going to do? We need jobs and opportunities for our kids. I said, daggone it. If we don't do nothing else, we're going to figure out how this happens. I say that, and I say it not in tongue-in-cheek. Because if we're going to expand what we do and if we're going to make this county really great, we need people, as Frederick Douglass said, not afraid to agitate, agitate, agitate. Power concedes nothing without a demand. It never did, and it never will. Change is no different. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's give our county executive another round of applause. Thank you, sir, for your leadership. I do have to say, you know, whether it's on the path to greatness or bringing the world to Prince George's County, I think the key ingredient is partnership. And I want to thank you, sir, for your partnership, for the partnership of all of you who've made today happen. I have to, on behalf of the county council, talk up my colleagues. We're in Council District 6, which is Councilmember Derek Leon Davis's district. He's a big advocate of our Summer Youth Jobs program. And as the county executive mentioned, for the last several years, we've had from every corner of the county people raising the issue of our Summer Youth Jobs program. Can we do more? And one of the things that we worked on last year was Council Bill 32, which changed the policy of our Summer Youth Jobs program. For the first time, we had a youth jobs fund that private sector businesses could contribute to help us grow summer youth jobs in this county. First, thank you. The second, and perhaps more important thing, was the policy was acknowledged that the private sector should be the focus of how we create summer jobs for our young people, giving our young people experience that's going to help them in the 21st century economy, so that we aren't just creating jobs in our government agencies, but we're actually using public dollars to partner with the private sector to create jobs in the private sector for our young people. And it is without the partnership with the executive branch, with all of you in this room, we couldn't get any of that done on the county council. So thank you again, Mr. County Executive, for all of your leadership. But I do have to also say policy means very little without implementation. And what we truly have today is a wide array of folks who've come together to make all of this possible. First, I've got to again give credit to Stephanie Maxwell and her leadership of this program. I tell you, she's taken the bull by the horn. The Summer Youth Jobs program, in converting it to what you're about to see this summer, was no small task. And she and her team have worked tirelessly to make all of this happen. But the community college is a huge part of not only this county, but when it comes to needing an institution to step up, when we know the institution doesn't have resources to step up, but they do it anyway, it's always the Prince George's Community College that does this. Thank you so much, Dr. Dukes, for your leadership. And I have to echo what the county executive said about our great state's attorney, Angela Also Brooks, who understands that prosecution isn't the end of the job of the state's attorney. It's only part of it. It's also trying to make sure we don't have to prosecute our young people. Thank you for your agitation, as the county executive said, and your leadership. I have to thank our school system. We obviously here in Largo High School, but our school system has recognized that its role in making sure our young people are ready for the 21st century economy doesn't just end at the schoolhouse door. And being a part of this effort is essential for our education system. So thank you to our public school system. Thank you to Dr. Maxwell, and I know Mr. Williams is here representing the school system. And obviously, the Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission is a jewel in this county. We have the greatest parks and recreation facilities all in the entire nation. And we have, to a great extent, have to thank Betty Hewlett for that and for her leadership in this effort. And again, as I said, the business community is essential to this effort. Government cannot do this alone. I can't say that enough, and you'll get tired of me saying that this year as the chair of the council. Government can't do this alone. We need to partner with our business community, not only to create jobs for our young people, but to truly create academic achievement in this county like we need. And so I want to thank Jim Estep, who has been a longtime leader in so many roles. I don't have, if I had a few hours, I could name them all, but I can't. But thank you, Mr. Estep, and the Business Roundtable for your leadership and all of your efforts. Thank you, sir. And our Chamber of Commerce, who represents the broad, diverse array of businesses we have in this county. We can't do any of this without you. You are the voice of our business community. You are certainly our partners in making sure that as we go forward in the 21st century economy, as we bring the world to the county, we're not going to forget about those who are already here and have invested in Prince George's County. So thank you for the Chamber's efforts and your work. Thank you. And with that, I just want to say this is the beginning. We know that even with all of these efforts, there are going to be a lot of young people who still can't get jobs in the summer. My first summer job, I was a busboy at Ruby Tuesdays in rural South Carolina. So I know the value and what it does in terms of creating that sense of work ethic to have a great summer job. Hopefully you won't have to be a busboy at Ruby Tuesday, but hopefully you'll get exposed to opportunities throughout our county that allow you to enrich your future as you proceed in your career. So this is only the beginning. We're going to do far more as we go forward to expand and broaden our Summer Youth Jobs program. But thank you to everybody who made this partnership happen. Let's keep going, Mr. County Executive. The best is yet to come. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I tell you, this is a wonderful day in Prince George's County, and I am so happy to be here today. I tell you, I really could just bust straight out of my blazer because I am so excited about what is about to occur. I want to thank this county executive so much for his leadership. We are blessed in Prince George's County to have this man who is so humble, who cares less about credit and more about getting things accomplished. He is a wonderful partner. You know, there's an African proverb that says, if you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And that is what we have really focused on, all of us here today, is that we are interested in moving this county forward. We are doing so with the leadership of this county executive at breakneck speed. We are so pleased about where we are headed, not just with respect to our young people. You've been seeing all of the accomplishments. This county executive said from the very beginning that he would fund and support his priorities. Public safety has been a huge priority of his. I can tell you I've had no better partner than him. We shared from the very beginning our hopes for this county, and one of them is to invest in our young people. Protecting and investing in children has been a huge priority. We share in an incurable love, I think all of us, for Prince George's County, and that's what you see today, a collaborative effort. I won't talk terribly long, but I want to say thank you to the parents who are gathered here today. I understand the love. that we all share for your young people. And I have to tell you, they are not just your babies, they're all of our babies. We feel that to our core. And when they succeed, we all succeed. And so I want to thank you for thinking enough of them and us to be here on a Saturday morning, presenting them to us and in allowing us to pour into them. I want to thank the young people who are gathered as well. Vanita, is she still here? Who sang that beautiful song this morning. I want to thank all of our young people who are so precious to us. As you heard, we really believe that we cannot arrest our way out of the problems that we see. If we arrest every day of the week, we will be no safer than we are. Instead, we owe it to our children to invest in them and to provide genuine opportunities for them to succeed. This particular program you'll hear about not just offers jobs for our young people, but offers the training that they need to succeed, not just today, but tomorrow as well. So thank you to the parents. For the young people, I am so excited about what you will experience this summer. It is our great hope that you will take advantage of every moment of it. Every single opportunity you encounter is a chance for you to continue to move your future forward, because success is habit forming. And so the success you enjoy this summer will continue to grow. I want to thank the businesses who are here as well this morning. I've had a chance to talk to a number of them, and just to show you how amazing this summer really is. Last summer, I think we were able to offer, 400 or 500 jobs for our young people and fund them. We're looking as of October with 3,500 jobs. So this county executive is no joke, put together this program together with our business partners, and so we really are moving forward. Finally, I just want to say to all of the folks, Stephanie Maxwell and everybody else who contributed, Betty, just everybody, the chair, Dr. Dukes, to say thank you so very much for your investment and for your work in getting our young people prepared. We're looking toward the future, and boy, these employers are really blessed. We have some smart young people in this county, we really do. And so we are really pleased that you'll be able to spend the summer with them. So thank you all so much. Dr. Dukes and I are actually in a meeting across the street. We left that meeting and said we'll be right back. And so if we walk out after our comments, it is not any disrespect intended, but we could not miss a chance to be a part of this. So God bless all of you all, and we look forward to a wonderful, wonderful summer. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning. You know, I want to start off first, quite frankly, by thanking all of the young people and your parents and family members who are here this morning, because that's about commitment. We know it's Saturday morning, and we know that this is probably the only day that you could get to sleep in if you could, because Monday through Friday you're in school, and on Sunday you're probably someplace worshiping and filling your soul with spirituality. So we really want to thank you for being here. And it was important for me too. I got in this morning on a red eye from California. So if my eyes are red, it wasn't because I was out last night, it's because I was on a plane all night. But I wanted to be here as well. And you know what was interesting while I was there, I had the opportunity to spend a couple of days with my son who lives in LA. We went out to dinner, and 3 of the people who served us were from Prince George's County. One of them was from Laurel, one from Bowie, and one from Mitchellville. 2 of them had graduated from Largo High School, and the other from Eleanor Roosevelt. Who would think that? We were across the street from the theater where the Oscars were held, and they just happened to have on their shirts the restaurant they had, wherever they were from across the country. And the woman walked past me, and I said, "Wait, are you from Laurel, Maryland?" And she said, "Well, that's what my shirt says." She said, "But I'm really from sort of Upper Marlboro area." And I said, "Well, we're from Prince George's County." And she said, "I have 2 other people who are here who work for this restaurant who are from Prince George's County." And what they talked about when they graduated from high school and then eventually college is that they really couldn't find work. So they headed, they went west, young women, in order to find work. And we started talking about this program that we're having here today. So what I would tell you is that my first job was being a paper girl, because my brothers delivered the paper, and I decided that I would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and help one of my brothers on his route. But I quit because he didn't want to pay me what I thought I was worth to get up that early in the morning. And my thing is, if you're making $1, then why are you only giving me like 10 or 15 cents? There was something about that that just wasn't quite right. So I then went out and found my own job, as they would say. So I think it's important that we're here at Largo High School and we're looking at what their motto is. And I think it says, you're going to roar into the future, but what we're here for at Prince George's Community College is to make you ready, responsible, and respectful when you go on these work sites. So I want to thank the Prince George's Community College team, and I know they're being led by Cecilia Knox, and she is a woman who is focused. And I will tell you, during the first couple of days of training, she may not be the person that you like much. But by the time you get finished, she will have embraced you, her team will have embraced you, and you will be ready, responsible, and respectful when you go out on these work sites that these companies have provided for you. And whether it is being a busboy at Ruby Tuesdays, because you know what can happen from that? It may force you to think about owning a Ruby Tuesdays. You know, about what kind of career you want to pursue and how you want to come back and continue to help make this county great. So thank you. Tell your friends about this. You already heard the state's attorney say 3,500 jobs. There are not 3,500 people in this room today, but by the time we finish, we certainly hope to be able to place every young person who wants to work, who understands what it means to work, and to get a work ethic early in your life. So thank you for all we know that you're going to be doing. Cecilia Knox is the person who will work with you and her team at Prince George's Community College, and we're all proud to be a part of this partnership and this collaboration.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Darrell Williams, and I'm representing our Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Kevin Maxwell, and on behalf of our Board of Education and Dr. Maxwell, I welcome you. I want to just quickly echo the county executive's comment about greatness. You know, if Dr. Maxwell were here this morning, he'd talk about a great school district, an opportunity for us to be great by choice. And we've chosen to be great because our county executive is leading this county to greatness. And so to help every student be prepared for college and careers, we've got to be a part of that great partnership. And that great partnership is a part of what we're all here for today, to help students have an opportunity to not only find summer employment, but to find employment that they can contribute to Prince George's County Public Schools. You know, I also listened to Dr. Dukes, and I have a daughter in Los Angeles as well. She had to leave Prince George's County to become a nurse. And unfortunately, we have a very, very high shortage of nurses in our school system. But with programs like today, Youth at Works, then we absolutely need to make opportunities available for all of our young people. So we're excited about this partnership with the county executive, with the state's attorney, with the Chamber of Commerce, our Business Roundtable, the Maryland National Capital Parks and Planning, Prince George's Community College, because we're working to build a robust pre-K through 20 school system here in Prince George's County Public Schools. Pre-K through 20 system. And so we need the partnership of all of us together to make the vision of greatness, great by choice for Prince George's County schools, greatness for Prince George's County, a reality. You're going to hear a young man come forward today to talk about his experiences through the Summer Youth Employment Program. And when you hear his testimony of what he experienced, then you'll see why this is such an important and vital program for all the young people in Prince George's County. So for the parents that are here and the students that are here, thank you for being here. Let's get the word out to other families. Let's tell our neighbors. Let's tell the people in our churches. Let's make sure we get our flyers out in the stores, in the libraries, on billboards, wherever we can get them so we can promote this program. I want to thank you again on behalf of the Board of Education, on Dr. Maxwell's behalf, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you. You know, one of the things about bringing up the rear is almost everything that's really important has already been said, and it really has. So let me just start at the outset by saying thank you to all the leaders that have already been mentioned and who are participating in this program, because you've been phenomenal. I got to give a special shout out to my friend Stephanie Maxwell over there, who I consider a protege. And we really do have a great team. I mean, Prince George's County is just an amazing place to live, to work, to play. It is amazing. It's been amazing for a long time, but it's all the more amazing now because of the people that we have at the helm, starting with our own county executive, Rashawn Baker. He's just been phenomenal. And I want to thank all the people who've worked so hard, and I know she had to leave, particularly Angela, the agitator, for making this happen. And for everyone, the council chair, Mel Franklin, and everyone, Charlene Dukes, and just everyone who's participated, and the business community. As you've heard, I'm Elizabeth Hewlett. I chair the Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission, and we are so proud to participate in what we consider to be the most major investment that we can make in Prince George's County, an investment in our youth. And that is the kickoff of the training phase of the Summer Youth work program in 2014. You know, the commission has long collaborated with the county, and we've provided many, many jobs. And I don't know if you know this or not, but many of our people, we've done this for many years, and many of those who've participated in the summer program have then gone on to be hired by the commission full-time. We have career employees that started out in this program. And indeed, we are very, very proud to rank as one of the largest summer youth employers in the county. We are second only to Six Flags. So we only to Six Flags. So I want to give a shout out to Rick, the president of Six Flags, who's here today. Stand up, please, because everybody needs to know that you are actually homegrown from Largo in Prince George's County. And although you your brothers went here, right? And then you went to Eleanor Roosevelt. But he said the last time he was here was when he was a pizza delivery guy. And so he delivered the pizza here. So those summer employment jobs, you never know where they're going to take you, and particularly the training. So we're so anxious for you to participate. And then, of course, we have our council chair who talked about being a busboy at Ruby Tuesdays, and my colleague, my namesake, Betty, the two Bettys sat there and discussed. They said, God, when we were working, there was no Ruby Tuesdays. But that's okay. That's okay. I just want to say on behalf of the commission, we are so proud to participate. We will be making so many more jobs available this summer for the youth to get all sorts of training in administrative services, and trusting our even younger kids to your youth so they can get experience in our summer park programs and playground programs and counselors and things of that nature. We thank the entire county, and we are so thrilled to participate. I just want to tell the youth who are here, thank you for coming out this morning. Everybody said it, but you're here on a Saturday morning when you could be doing something else. You have to be. We're going to invest in you, but you have to invest in your own future. And I'm going to close with Eleanor Roosevelt, who said, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Keep dreaming and follow through. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I want to follow the advice of the great Wayne Curry, former county executive, who used to admonish every speaker before they got up. He said to be bright, be brief, and be gone. And I never forgot that. You know, it's a great time to be in Prince George's County. I've lived here all of my life, and I've never seen it better. We've got almost $4 billion in major projects that are on the table. We have our signature project at National Harbor that everyone is so proud of. We were at MGM last night, a reception. They're going to be coming in with a major resort soon. It's an incredible time. But you know, part of what makes it an incredible time is the leadership team that we have. We're getting ready to come out with our Quality of Life Index, the second one that we've issued. And the chair of the county council and the county executive are going to be very, very proud of some of the data in that report. The quality of life in this county is improving, and it's particularly improved over the last 4 years with some of the initiatives of this county executive like this Summer Youth Jobs Program. And we want to congratulate you and our leadership team in what's happening here in our county, Mr. Executive. I'll leave you with this thought. Warren Bennis was a guy who has written a lot about leadership, and probably many of the elected officials and others in this room know about him. Warren Bennis said that leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. That's what we're doing with this program. And we in the business community pledge to you that we will do all we can to make these jobs available if you are available. And I again want to commend you for being here on a Saturday morning, for the county executive and our leadership team for being here. We're your partner. We're collaborating with you, and together Prince George's County is going to be even greater than it is today. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Andre Rogers, and I'm here representing the Prince George's Chamber of Commerce, the business community. And I want to talk about two things. First of all, I want to talk about partnership. We talked about partnership all day today. Talked a little bit about how this partnership came to be. About 8 months ago, I was sitting in the offices of Marie Johns. Marie Johns was the Deputy Administrator of the Small Business Administration, and she said to me, Andre, you are going to take over as the Chamber of Commerce. What are you going to do for the community? And we put our heads together and we came up with, we should be involved as a business community in workforce development. We should do something around workforce development. We should do something around the youth. We took that idea and we brought it back to David Harrington, the president and CEO of the Prince George's Chamber of Commerce, and he got it. He said, you know what? We need to put together a couple of things. The county already has a successful summer youth program led by Stephanie Maxwell. How do we begin to plug into that as the business community? So we took that idea, we took it to our board, and we had some key people step up. First, Dr. Dukes. Dr. Dukes said, well, we just can't send children, we just can't send youth with no training. I'll step up and I'll provide some of the training. Then we had another board member, Six Flags. Rick and Nate, they stepped up. They said, we already employ a lot of youth from the county. We're going to be part of this program. Then we got together with the rest of the community, rest of the business community, and they said, we'll step up. And I was Frank, county executive. I said, I can't promise you any public funds. If you're going to do this, you're going to have to do this because it makes good business sense and because you believe in the youth of our county. And they say, yes, we will. And they stepped up. The county council stepped up. We all came together because we all believe in the youth of this county. We're all from this county, we're educated in this county, we live in this county, and we're going to do what it takes to make this county the best it can be. I also am very proud because I'm a business owner. And as a business owner, I am going to be employing, hopefully, some of these youths now and into the future. So I'm very happy to see the dedication that you're displaying. Some of the people actually in suit and tie, which is great. The type of business I'm in, I'm an IT consultant, so we require our business people, our consultants, to be in a suit and tie. So if you can be in a suit and tie on a Saturday morning, I know you can be in a suit and tie Monday through Friday. And just to let you know how well the program is going already, before it's launched, before the training started, we've already started receiving calls at our office saying, how can I get one of those internships that you have? So this is going to be a phenomenal program. We're very excited at the Chamber of Commerce to be part of this program. I am very excited about our board members and our members stepping up to the plate, taking it upon themselves to invest in our youth. We are excited, and the only thing left is capable, respectful, competent youth to fill our 3,500 jobs. So we look forward to working with each and every one of you this summer, and as our county council said, the best is yet to come.
Can we give all of our speakers another round of applause? Thank you for joining us today. Your efforts are appreciated.
So good morning. We were scheduled to have a color guard present this morning, but in lieu of their presentation, we have about 80 young people who are part of junior ROTC in public schools in Prince George's County, and they are joining us at this point. We thought it important to announce that there are several opportunities for young people during the summer months when school is not in session, and Junior ROTC Summer Camp is one of those opportunities, and these are the young people who will be participating in summer camp this year, 2014. I wanted to thank Ms. Marianne Etakuto, who came to work for Prince George's Community College as a summer youth employee. I want to say it was in 2008, maybe, okay. And we've just kept her ever since. So we just keep finding things for her to do. And so now she's working for Parole and Probation. She's a graduate of University of Maryland Eastern Shore. So at this time, my name is Cecilia Knox, and Dr. Dukes introduced me earlier, and I am the Director of Community Partnerships at Prince George's Community College. And I think it's important at this time for me to explain what Youth at Work is. Youth at Work is a two-pronged opportunity for young people. It allows a young person to have an opportunity to apply to get summer employment, but there's another piece. There's the piece that's the job training. Because one thing happens when you are presented with an opportunity. Many of us can be presented, anyone can be presented with an opportunity. It is the preparation that allows you to sustain and to be successful in that opportunity. It is the preparation that allows you to turn that one single moment into a lifetime of more opportunity. So training is where that begins, because the preparation always begins with education. So this initiative will start. We are launching next Saturday, March 22nd. We will be in 3 schools in Prince George's County: Crossland High School, Central High School, and Parkdale High School. And in each school, there will be 10 classrooms with 18 students each. We're keeping the ratio of student to teacher low to maximize the opportunity for greater success. Each classroom will also be supported by a navigator. So at this point, I would like to have those of you who answered the call to be an instructor or a navigator, please stand. I think it's important that we remember that our county is just chock full of individuals waiting to serve young people. In order for a young person to apply for this opportunity, we have a QR code which you can scan with your phone. When you scan that code, it's a little barcode thing. When you scan that with your phone, it takes you directly to the Summer Youth Work website. There you can apply for job opportunities through 4 entities. There's the Chamber, there's the Round Table, there is Park and Planning, and the county. Okay, thank you. Valerie's giving me the nod saying I'm on task here. So you can apply for 4 different opportunities. So we really suggest that young people do that. And then there are flyers on the registration table that also have the website where you can find the opportunity as well. You can go to the website, sign on. Now it will take you to a link for job training. The job training portion, we'll talk to Mr. Josh Davies later because we selected an excellent curriculum called Bring Your A Game to Work. And it had everything in it we were looking for. We were looking for things about accountability and attendance and appreciation because gratitude is a huge part of being successful. So that being said, we're going to move on to our next thing because I'm just grateful that you all are here and that you all took time out of your day to be here, that those of you who have signed on to be instructors and navigators are with us as well. And I just wanted to thank everyone else who's working, and I'm going to move along. Then I'll introduce you. I'm going to also introduce your next MC, Mr. Orvon White.
4 years ago, when I decided to do Summer Youth, I was this quiet, shy, timid young guy. I answered everything with head nods, and then I met Miss Knox, who quickly changed that and said, you have to use your mouth and not your head, so now I use my words. And I've worked with Miss Knox ever since then, and from working with her, it is a challenge. She expects nothing but excellence, so I give her nothing but excellence times 10. So, and I've gained several skills from working with her that I still use today throughout my life. The Summer Youth Program has taught me problem-solving skills, business etiquette, how to properly present yourself when in front of a group of people, how to think as an individual, which I think is something that's very critical for people now, is to think on their own and not to have someone think for you. Time management, which is a required skill to work for Ms. Knox. She will give you deadlines that seem impossible, but you have to make it possible. And how to speak up and let your voice be heard. I personally believe everybody has a voice. It may be a small voice, but everybody has a voice, and they need to let their voice be heard. And the main thing is the importance of giving back to others. I feel as though everyone has helped us get where we are, so it is our job to reach down and to help somebody else get to where they need to be. And it is these skills that I take with me to Delaware State, where I'm currently a student. And it has brought me a very long way. People often say they've never met someone of my age to be as skilled and as proper and as well put together. You know, they expect a young college student to be this party animal and not, not a well put together individual with high morals. And so I really credit a lot of that to the program. It really is beneficial to the youth. It really does prepare them for future success. And I believe that if it continues, we will have more than enough youth in this county continuing on the work of our ancestors who we have to, take the baton from and continue the race and then eventually pass it on to the next generation. So I thank you. Next, I have the privilege of introducing the guest speaker, Mr. Victor A. Kwanzaa, who received his Bachelor's of Arts degree in Political Science from Yale University in 2008, and he graduated from Harvard Law School in 2011. As a Yale undergraduate, Victor worked for the after-school program, Leadership, Education, and Athletics and Partnership, which is acronym LEAP. He also participated in a Yale student group which provided after-school programming for 8th grade students at a local charter school. While at Yale, Victor also co-founded a poetry group which performed on campus and at local public schools. As a Harvard Law student, he participated in street law workshops for juvenile offenders. During his law school summers, Victor interned for the After School Alliance and the I Have a Dream Foundation, a nonprofit organization that prepares low-income children for college. Victor has contributed his views on the educational achievement gap in televised, print, and online media. He also organized an essay contest for 8th grade students at a charter school in Prince George's County, Maryland. His poetry has been published in Essence magazine, and in 2010, he was featured in the Roof's online gallery of up-and-coming artists and entrepreneurs. Victor's website features his original, youth-oriented poetry regarding social justice issues and historical figures, which you can view, if you so please, at www.victorkwannsa.com. And now I would like to introduce Mr. Victor A. Kwan.
Thank you for that introduction, Orvon. If we can give him another round of applause. So I'm really excited to speak with you all today about the positive reinforcement that I received both from the school system and the Summer Youth Enrichment Program. I believe that the lack of positive reinforcement is the reason that many former students are only living a fraction of the lives that they were destined for. I believe that there are some potentially great writers who are instead illiterate because society wrote them off. There are possible business owners who are instead unemployed because the adults in their lives did not do their jobs. And there are even would-be architects who are instead homeless because they never received the proper foundation from their parents. In my own case, I know I benefited a great deal from my mother and my father. With my father, I can remember when I was younger and I would bring home a straight A report card, and my dad, as a reward, would give me a handshake. For me, that was him telling me that was supposed to be as routine as a handshake. He had that belief in me that I was smart and therefore getting good grades should be the norm. I contrasted that with an experience that I observed in middle school. I saw a student who was happily talking about how he got C's on his report card. And the reason that he was so excited is because he knew that he would get brand new shoes. And for me, it was just hard for me to comprehend what was going on in that student's life. I wasn't sure that he himself or his parents realized how far he could go in school. So it was really difficult for me to translate that with anything that I was used to. When I went on to high school, I continued to receive positive reinforcement from the adults in my life, like my teachers. I remember during my freshman year, I had a government teacher who told me that I wrote like a college student. Now, both my parents already went to college and beyond, so college was on my radar, but that statement still stuck with me. It helped turn college from a what if to a which one, from a fantasy to a reality. He helped crystallize the idea that I was college material. On another occasion, this same teacher called home one day, and usually when a student hears that he got a call from school, he may be a little bit worried he did something bad. But this teacher just called to tell my parents that I was doing a good job in his class. He didn't have to do that, but he took the time out of his day to make me feel that I was special, to make me feel that I was important. Later on in high school, I received positive reinforcement from two unlikely sources. I was in art class, and there were two students that stood out in particular. One student, he actually threatened to see the teacher after school one day. Not a student, but the teacher. Another student, one day, I saw him struggling to complete a lot of worksheets, and it was just clear that he was behind in his coursework. But one day, as I was sitting in class myself, these two students asked me what my GPA was. I thought it was a strange question, but I just told them my GPA, which was above a 4.0. And all the students told me was, "That's good, man, keep it up." And that comment just really stuck with me because it made real to me that there are some students who, at some level, they have a profound appreciation for academic success, but they may never have been told along the way, you're smart, you're brilliant, you can do well in school too. So that incident helped spark my interest in the education field. I continued to receive positive reinforcement from others in high school, and then I went on to Yale University. When I was at Yale, as Orvan mentioned, I co-founded a poetry group, and I also worked for and volunteered with different after-school programs. During 2 of my summers, I was fortunate enough to participate in the Summer Youth Enrichment Program. During one summer, I interned at the County Health Department. I was able to help develop a brochure. I worked on a PowerPoint presentation on colorectal cancer, and I also was able to work on an intern group project. And I really appreciated that for the intern group project, we were able to tap into our own interest. And one of my group members actually did a tap dance during our presentation. I have no rhythm, so I couldn't join in that part of the presentation, but I'm really interested in poetry, so I ended up doing a poem. And that was something that really stuck out with me because of the positive reinforcement that I received. And in terms of a tangible benefit that I received from the program, one of my supervisors in that program ended up serving as a reference when I applied for an internship in law school. So that was just a concrete example of the connections that I was able to form in the program. During the following summer, the year before my senior year of college, I interned at the state's attorney's office. And I was getting ready to apply to law school at that time, so I really appreciated being able to see other adults who had applied to law school, passed the bar exam, and were actual attorneys. I was able to sit in on trial prep sessions and also attend actual trials. And one of my assignments was to listen to inmate phone calls. And strangely enough, that experience just further reinforced my interest in the education field. I remember listening to one phone call where a young inmate was talking to his younger brother, and his younger brother received a good grades on his report card. So the inmate told his brother, essentially, "That's good, man, keep it up." So that just reminded me of my experience in that art class when those 2 students once again offered me positive reinforcement. And it just helped paint a picture that once again you have certain students who, at some level, they have this profound appreciation for academic success, but for whatever reason, somewhere along the way, they hadn't been told, you're smart, you're brilliant, you can do well in school too. And later on the last day of the program, I received advice about my own education from another attorney who was at the state's attorney's office. And the attorney told me that the current state's attorney at that time, Glenn Ivey, went to Harvard Law School. So the attorney told me, just like Glenn Ivey, you should also apply to schools like Harvard because you never know what could happen. Once again, just like my government high school teacher, this individual did not have to take time out of his day to give me that positive advice, but I remembered it. It may have only been a 30-second conversation, but 7 years later, it still sticks with me. And fortunately, I was able to go on to Harvard Law School. While I was there, I had a great time. I was able to visit Ghana in West Africa. Also interned, as Orvan said, for 2 education nonprofit organizations. And it's because of my interest in education that I'm so excited to speak in front of you all today. And for the students in particular, I really encourage you to soak in the positive reinforcement that you receive in the Summer Youth Enrichment Program and school in general, because you never know what could happen. There could be a scientist in here who will one day discover a cure for cancer. There could be the CEO of an amazing new company. There could be a future Pulitzer Prize winning author, and for all we know, there could be a future president right here in this room, sitting right there. So for all the students, regardless of which careers you choose, I just hope that instead of only living a fraction of the lives that you were destined for, you make sure to maximize your power to the highest degree possible for the benefit of yourselves, your families, and your community as a whole. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Victor, for that wonderful speech. Next, I will bring up Mr. Josh Davies, who is the CEO for the Center for Work Ethic Development, and he will provide an overview of the curriculum Bring Your A Game to Work.
Sure, and I have to follow Victor and Orvan.
Ms. Knox, I'm sorry. This was not what I signed up for. I want to thank you all for your dedication to be here this morning. My name is Josh Davies. I am the CEO of an organization called the Center for Work Ethic Development. We are the nation's only institution focused on the research and advancement of work ethic. We've done research of our own. We also then are a clearinghouse for research from around the country. Our landmark study was done with 1,500 employers around the country, asking them, what do you look for in your most successful employees, and what make people successful at work? And the result of this was not rocket science. It was 7 behaviors that they said drove success of every one of their employees. Attitude, attendance, appearance, accountability, appreciation, ambition, and acceptance. You have those 7 characteristics, you'll go far. Now, I thought to myself, duh. Right? This is all common sense. The problem is, for a lot of people entering the workforce, common sense is not common practice. And so what we do at the Center for Work Ethic Development is help create a curriculum that takes those words and puts them into action. So do me a favor, everybody, including you in the back. Do me a favor. Take your right hand, raise it above your head. All right? Now you got your fingers there. Just wiggle your fingers for me real quick. Now I want you to do is, I want you to take that hand, I want you to make a fist with it for me. Okay? Everybody got a fist? Now what I want you to do is I want you to take that fist and put it here on your chin. All right? So everybody put your hand on your chin. And now I want you to take a quick look around and see how many people have their hand on their cheek and how many people have their hand on their chin. Those of you in the back, all have your hand on your chin because you can't see what I'm doing. All the really smart people here on the front are like, what do you mean? Why did everyone who could see me, almost all of them, have their hand on their cheek instead of on their chin? Because they were watching me. So what have we proved after listening to people for an hour and a half this morning? Is that you don't listen to a thing we say. That at the end of the day, what's the most important thing isn't what we say, it's what we do. And what our curriculum at Bring Your A Game to Work tries to do is to remind people that we can talk all we want to about these 7 behaviors. That what we have to do every day is put our hand where we say it's going to be. But those first jobs lay the foundation for future success. We're proud to be a partner. We're proud to be a part of this. Thank you very much, Ms. Knox, for giving us the opportunity to do this. Thank you for all of you who are participating in this program. Spread the word. There is nothing more important that we can do than help people bring their A game to work.
So I'm following behind all these fantastic speakers. First, I want to say thank you to everyone here for your diligence just by being here when we talk about actions. That's what speaks louder than words, just your presence. All you facilitators, everybody engaged in this process, all our collaborators who have come out to speak today to show their commitment. I mean, you know, speaker, you saw their passion. It wasn't just about what they were saying, it was about what you see in their countenance. And that's what's important. That's what's believable to the kids back there, to the youth back there, is your passion and your commitment. So this is what we call succession planning. This is how we hand off this county to the next generation. There's nothing more important than developing these young people. Nothing. And I'm so proud of the young people that spoke today, all of you. You did a wonderful job, and your passion is there. You know, I want to share a similar story about my parents, because that saying, it was failure was never an option. Mediocrity was not an option. And that's the same template that I give to my boys, and my son is at Harvard and came through the Summer Youth Enrichment Program. So, I want to say that to you and to all of you here. Thank you so much for everything you all have done. There are actually 2 other people I want to acknowledge, my yin and my yang, Betty and Glenda. Betty, Deputy Chief Administrative Officer for Health and Human Services, and Glenda Wilson, Chief of Staff. Thank you so much. See, they're over here, but their heart is here. And that comes across for all of us. I want to thank some other people, too, that are kind of behind stage. You know, you have a show, and then there are people that kind of behind the stage that kind of make it run. And I like my Deputy Director, Rhonda Weaver, and Valerie Farrar, manager, who actually oversees a lot of this program. You've got people who are red-eye because they're working so hard to make this thing happen for all of the people here. And I thank all of you all for your commitment, everybody. And I love working with Cecilia. Where is she? You know, unfortunately, her and I have a similar energy. It's called It Doesn't Stop. So we text and run and call, and it's like midnight, 1 in the morning. It's just not good. We don't help each other. We burn each other out is what we do. But it's really for you guys, honestly. It really is. So thank you so much for being here at the time of your schedule. Thank you, Mr. Employer, for coming through with your commitment to us, really. Thank you. Thank you all. And you know what? This is adjourned. But spread the word in terms of the readiness component, in terms of the job placements. Thank you. All right.